like to welcome everybody to the HRO Sports Betting Podcast. This is week number 3 in the college football season, and coming off 2 really successful weeks, well, almost 2.5 if you count week 0, and currently just on a roll and hoping to keep that up. And as we head into week 3, we've got a couple big games we want to talk to you about. The next game on the HRO Sports Betting Podcast, we've got Oklahoma at Nebraska. Oklahoma is an 11.5 point favorite, and the over-under number is 67. Coming off a week in which you fire your coach over the weekend, and my condolences to Scott Frost, having been a college basketball coach for a while in my lifetime. Don't want to see any coach get fired, especially during the year.
Yeah, he got fired 2 weeks too soon, money-wise, so I think he's doing all right.
But, the bottom line is with Nebraska, I wish them the best of luck at finding the next individual who's got to step into that job. We'll just move on to the game. Nebraska, Oklahoma. Right now, I'm leaning Oklahoma. I think Nebraska is in complete disarray. You've got all kinds of people being mentioned as potential head coaching candidates for the job. I got news for you. Urban Meyer ain't showing up.
No, that was fake. They took the
exactly.
Urban Meyer picture was from Jacksonville.
But I'm just saying, don't expect Urban Meyer to show up. Nebraska, find a good candidate, but until that happens, Oklahoma runs all over them. That's the way I'm leaning. The only thing that's preventing me from going to the window right now is history. I felt the same last year. It was, in fact, I might even thrown money on this last year, if I remember correctly. So
year.
That being said,
Nebraska almost won.
Yeah, that being said, what do you got? What's your breakdown on this one, T?
So, again, looking from a power ranking standpoint, I would take Nebraska plus the points when it opened. It opened 16. It's been bet all the way down to 11.5.
It's a lot of value.
Yeah. So the value, in my opinion, in betting Nebraska plus the points is gone.
Yeah.
Now, there's a couple things. Nebraska with an interim coach in that quote-unquote honeymoon period, I'd put weight into that.
Yeah.
I think Nebraska's going to come out and play hard, and not only do they have a new coach, but they're playing in a rivalry game.
Yeah.
I do think that holds some weight. Oklahoma hasn't necessarily been tested. They came out really slow last week against Kent State, up 7-3 at halftime. And last week it was one of those, after a couple upsets have gone down, is like, could Oklahoma be next? They showed up in the second half, win 33-3, and nobody's really talking about how they played in the first half. Dylan Gabriel's been good at quarterback, transferring in, been efficient as he was early in his college career. To me, I just can't back Nebraska here, being 0-3 against the spread with 2 outright losses as 2 touchdown favorites. I think they were 13.5 against Northwestern. And then obviously they were like a 4 touchdown favorite.
Yeah.
A little less than that in their last game, with a poor showing in week 1 as well. Because the geniuses that scheduled came back from Dublin, Ireland, and didn't give them a week off. Decided they were going to play another game next week. So this whole, they won that game, but they didn't cover. Oklahoma, like I said, hasn't been tested necessarily.
No.
So I'm not entirely sure where to put them at. This will be a little bit better test. But at the end of the day, Nebraska's another one of those teams. I had Nebraska as a very slight edge in the Big Ten West going into the year. That the Big Ten West sucks.
Yeah.
They're just not good.
Yeah. Speaking of the Big Ten West, one of the things that I was also looking at is a possible under here, but I think I'm going to save my money and put it on your under that you're looking
Yeah,
at
with
on
Iowa.
Iowa under 41.5. If you want to bet a Big Ten school under, and we are, you bet the Iowa 41.5. So with that,
plus Oklahoma could definitely get. I mean, they could put some points on the board. So if
So
you're gonna bet a Big Ten under, bet Iowa.
yeah. So that being said, we've got no play on this. I am leaning Oklahoma and giving the points, but no official play, and we are looking at the under for Iowa. That is the end of the HRO Sports Betting Podcast show, and I'd like to thank the HRO network and organization for allowing us to stop on in and use the studio and bring sports betting to and help. I should put it this way: provide a little more knowledge on sports betting for those of you out there, and give all plays that win. T's been hot. I gotta give him credit. It's been a good start, and hopefully we'll continue with that. And we'll see you cash in those tickets at the window. You take care.
Yep.